Okay, welcome to part 3. 14 we are not doing. I forgot to include any types of graphs on here. I could not even find the graphs that I was referencing when I made this thing in the first place. Okay, which of the following is equivalent to negative I? So if we remember our powers of I, if we have so the I to the first is just equal to I squared is equal to -1. I to the third is equal to -I, and then I to the fourth is equal to +1. So that is what we are looking at here. And if anything that is 1 more than divisible by 4 will be I. So what we're looking for negative I, we're looking for something that is either is 3 more than a power of 4. So we want or not, 4k plus 3. 3 more than a multiple of 4. So this one is 2 more than a multiple of 4. So I to the 46. 44 is the multiple of 4 that we're talking about. This is 2 more. So this one should be equal to -1. That's like saying I squared. The one after I squared, this one is 3 more than that. So this is going to be -I. And this one is going to be equal to 1. And then I to the 49 is 1 more. So that should be equal to just I. And since it's asking for I to the 47th is the correct answer. Which choice is equivalent to 2I to squared minus 3I to the third? So 2I squared minus 3I to the third. So this I squared goes away. We'll make this negative. So I'll have a -2 in there. So just to make sure everything printed right, let me reference my original here. There it is. So a -2, so those will go away. And then I to the third, we're going to take away 2 of these, take away 2 of them to make this a 1, and that would make this a plus. That just gets 2, that's taking away an I squared to making it a negative, so we should get -2 plus 3I. So it should be this answer right there. The expression 3I times 2I squared minus 5I, make sure, yep, minus 5I, is equivalent to which of these? So this is just a simple distribution. So if I do 3I times 2I squared, I get 6I to the third power. And then 3I times a -5I should give me a -15I squared. If you chose to simplify this out first, that's totally fine. You get the same answer. I squared goes away, making this a positive. And then 2 of these will go away to make this a negative. So I should get 15 minus 6I. That's that one, not that one, not that one. Okay, 15 minus 6I is that one right there. Okay, next up, number 18. Express 6x I to the third minus 2y to the fourth minus 4xi minus 5y I to the eighth in its simplest form. Okay, so let's see here. I to the eighth. I to the eighth is just 1. That's a multiple of 4, so that just goes away. So that leaves a -5y for that term. -4xi. That can stay. There's nothing to simplify with the i's there, so we get rid of that one. I to the fourth. I to the fourth is a multiple of 4, so we can just drop the I power there and bring down the -2, 2y. And then this is I to the third, so we're going to get rid of 2 of these to make this a negative. So factor out an I squared, or just simplify an I squared. And that should give us -6xi. And then we just collect our like terms. We get negative 10xi, and then these two become a negative 9. Yep. No, not negative 9, sorry. Negative 7y. So negative 7y is not an answer. Did I make a mistake somewhere here? That's 5y. Or is it just faded? It is faded. That's annoying. Okay, so these are all plus. These should all be plus. It just didn't print out well. So that would make this a plus 5y. That would make this a plus 4x. And that would make this a plus 2y, which would make this plus 7y, and would make this a negative 2xi. So we should have a negative 2xi plus 7y. That's this one right here. Now I'm paranoid with the other ones faded as well. Yep, this one was faded as well. Sorry, going to go back. This one was faded. This should be a plus. So if that's a plus, that means that this would have been plus originally, and we should have changed it to a negative. So we should have a negative 15. Which one of these? No? Hang on. 3i, that's going to be positive 15i squared, which brings that to a negative 15. Unless I'm reading it wrong. Oh no, it was right in the first place. Sorry. Ugh. Stupid printer. I blame the printer. It was right in the first place. That one's fine. Okay, one last page, and then we are done. Make sure I did not miss any sheets here. Doesn't look like I did. So number 19, the polynomial. Look, that one printed really well. Number 19 printed properly. All the other ones, just nothing. The polynomial f has zeros at 3, 4 minus 2i, and 3 plus i. What's the minimum degree this polynomial can be? 3 is a 0. And then 4 minus 2i is a 0. If 4 minus 2i is a 0, then 4 plus 2i has to be a 0. 3 plus I is a 0, which means 3 minus I has to be a 0 as well. So that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It must be a 5th degree minimum. 5th degree minimum. And then finally, use the polynomial f of x is equal to negative x. Make sure this is printed right. Negative x, x plus 2 to the third, and x minus 3 squared. It looks great for these questions. What is the degree of this polynomial? Okay, so I have 1x right here. I have 3 here and 2 here. So 1 plus 3 plus 2 is equal to 6. It's a 6th degree. Identify the roots and the multiplicity of each. So I should have a root at, so this negative x is like saying that's a negative x minus 0. So that's going to have a root at 0. So we should have x equals 0. The next one is going to be a negative 2. So x equals negative 2. And that has a multiplicity of 3. It's to the third power. And then we have this last one is an x equals 3. It has a multiplicity of 2. Identify the end behavior. So a 6th degree polynomial. So it's going to be either going to be both up or both down. There we go. And so let's see, we just got to figure out. So we have a negative x. The leading term is going to be negative x times x to the third times x squared. So we should have a negative x to the 6th power, so it should be even negative. Even negative, so the end behavior would be down on both sides. So our end behavior would be, as x approaches negative infinity, that's an ugly infinity sign, f of x approaches negative infinity as well, that direction. As x approaches positive infinity, f of x approaches negative infinity. And that will complete it. Put boxes around my answers here so Mr. Folta can see them better. Okay, if you have any questions, shoot me an email and I'll get these uploaded ASAP.